Hello everyone, what's up? JWhisp here and welcome back to another video. In this chest in front of me today, I have a set of the most illegal items in Minecraft's history. These items are max level enchantments 32,767. And in today's video, I will show you what these crazy items can do, and also how you can spawn them in for yourself. So these items have a long history of being the most illegal items in Minecraft. Whenever they're encountered on a server, server owners go through great lengths to get them banned from the server. They have to take them from people's inventories, and they have to make sure that these items don't get leaked into the economy. Because if actual players get their hands on these items, they can wreak extreme havoc on a server and make any player immensely overpowered. And I'll show you why. Let's start with my favorite here, the diamond pickaxe with fortune enchantment 32,767. Now, these items are extremely overpowered, and I would recommend not spawning them in your worlds unless, you're either by yourself or you trust people and you make sure that they don't get out there. Because if anyone gets their hands on this item, it's over. So let's start with the diamonds here. So your average fortune 3 pickaxe might drop 2, 3, maybe 4 diamonds instead of 1. But what about a max level pickaxe? There we go. Oh wait. Oh, look at this. 1 diamond ore filled up my entire I'm lagging so badly. Wait, let me go into game mode creative. This is insane. Hold up. Wait, I can't even collect all of these. It fills my inventory up like 12 times. I can't. Thankfully in 1.14 you can just collect items no matter how full your inventory is. This is insane. That's why I'm telling you guys cannot spawn this in your worlds. And it works with pretty much any ore. Like if I tried it on a block of coal, literally just 1 block of coal fills up pretty much my entire inventory with coal. This is, oh my gosh. As you can see, it depends too, because this time I got a lot more coal than last time. And if I go into game mode creative, I'll just constantly pick up stacks upon stacks of coal. But fortune isn't even the coolest enchantment out there. There's some other ones that are also pretty cool. So for example, let's check out some of these efficiency enchantments and also the unbreaking enchantments. So if I go into game mode survival here, let's start with the shovel since we're on land. And we have max level enchantment for efficiency. I literally just break blocks faster than anything. I mean, honestly, the efficiency enchantment doesn't seem that crazy on a shovel simply because it's honestly not that much faster than efficiency 5 because you can only get so fast to, break a block instantly. And as you can see with efficiency 5 on an axe, oh, that's so satisfying how it literally just slices through the wood. I don't know why that's so satisfying. It just cuts through it, and yeah, it's pretty much instant. It's faster than creative mode, which is why it's so overpowered, because all you have to do is literally touch a block, and it just instantly breaks. Like, you can just devour trees with this. But what I want to try out is the pickaxe with these max level enchantments. I want to see how overpowered this is and what this can do. So over here, I created a little mine so we can test this out. Because I'm curious to see what this pickaxe can do. So, max level efficiency, here we go. And as you can see, yeah, this pickaxe is pretty crazy. I've honestly never seen something like this. I know people have covered these enchantments in the past, but I just wanted to make my own video on it because I thought these were amazing. And also, I wanted to show you guys how you can spawn these in for yourself. And so, I'm not really going to do a tutorial on it. Instead, I'm simply going to put all the commands that I know in the description down below, and you can just copy and paste them yourself. If you just copy them, and then once you're in Minecraft, type Control-V in chat, it'll make it so that the items will spawn. And you can also edit them, where it says diamond chestplate, you can switch it to gold chestplate or iron, whatever you want. So I'll put those down in the description below. But let's check out Unbreaking here. Now, some of these enchantments are just such an immensely high level, it kind of breaks the game. And Unbreaking is where that kind of starts to happen. So with Unbreaking, and gold tools are notorious for breaking quickly. But with Unbreaking, max level 32,767, items won't break if you have this level of Unbreaking. And You know, I thought originally that, you know, the item might still break. You just need to break a lot of items. But no, literally you can mine forever and ever and it will never break. It kind of just breaks Minecraft at this point when the enchantment is this high and pretty much just says, all right, you know, I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna let this item break. And no matter how much you mine with this item, it will not break. So if you intentionally want an item that has, you know, perfect durability, then I would use this enchantment. I don't think you even need to go all the way up to 32,000. I think, you know, a few thousand kind of does the same effect. But besides these tools here, there's also some really cool effects when it comes to some of the armor. So let's go into max level protection here. And also time set night. Let's get a nighttime here. And if I spawn in literally all the worst mobs, something pretty cool happens. So let's do skeletons. What else can I do here? Let's do some spiders too. Just all the classic mobs. And if I just spawn in a ton of these mobs, actually wait, you know what? I don't want to be too close to that chest because I don't want the creepers blowing up the chest. Let's spawn in lots of skeletons too, and also some cave spiders, which, you know, are horrible. So I can actually go into game mode survival here. And with this level of protection, I actually cannot be hurt. Now, the only thing that'll hurt me is the poison. But as you can see with this max level protection, I pretty much can't be hurt. And at this point, my game just kind of crashes. The creeper blew up the spiders. My game, you know, is supposed to register that, you know, creepers are supposed to hurt me. They're supposed to blow up, supposed to do tons of damage. But at this point, when you have this max level protection, the game kind of freaks out and it kind of crashes. But this is kind of cool. Literally, it didn't crash, but everything's just kind of at a standstill right now. You know, you can't really do anything. You pretty much just have to restart your world. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But let's check out some of the other enchantments here. All right, so this is interesting. I actually just reloaded my world because it crashed, and it took me back to here when I was breaking the coal. I'm not sure why it did that. That's kind of weird, but you know, that's what it does when you break the game and have these, you know, highly illegal enchantments. But there's some other cool things here we can check out. So besides these max level protections, there's a few other cool armor enchantments here we have. So let's start off with max thorns, and you literally only need it on one piece of armor. But again, something pretty cool happens when you have max level thorns. So let's spawn some skeletons here so they can hit us from under the tree. And if I go into game mode survival, every time a skeleton decides to shoot me, they will die. Well, if they weren't too busy fighting each other, pretty much if they shoot me, they just die instantly. A skeleton shoots me, the thorns, even on one piece of armor, kills them instantly. So I'm gonna go back into creative here. They can all dish it out. I forgot skeletons do that, but yeah, I think that's pretty weird. Literally, like, all they have to do, shoot me once, boom, dead. Come on, shoot me. Do it. Dead. Like, I don't know, this is just so overpowered. I also tested this on my server and found out that even with a player that has max protection 4 armor, if they hit you once and you have max level thorns on even one piece of armor, they will just instantly die. You won't even see their health go down. They're just dead. At this point, we're just breaking the game with all these crazy enchantments, and so the game doesn't really know how to react. Oh, I didn't mean to delete those. There were a few items there. I'll have to respawn them in really quick and show you guys what they do. Alright, so I have a few more really cool pieces of armor to show you, and the reason I'm flying all the way up is because, as you might guess, we're going to check out a max level feather falling. Whereas normal feather falling 4 allows you to fall, you know, a few extra blocks, take a little bit less damage. With max feather falling, if we go into game mode survival here, whoop. Alright, so the next piece of armor I want to show you is max level feather falling. So as you can guess, you can fall from a pretty dang high height, and you won't take as much damage. Now, feather falling isn't as game breaking as the other enchantments. You still will take damage when you fall with feather falling, but as you can see, it greatly reduces the damage of feather falling. And the reason this one doesn't break the game as much is because feather falling is one of those enchantments that don't really scale too much past level 4, since in normal Minecraft you wouldn't ever really have that enchantment. But we have 2 more pretty cool pieces of armor here. So the first one is max level Frostwalker, and yeah, as you can see, this one pretty much you just will not you can't walk into the water even if you try, unless you're sprint and jumping. Yeah, it produces a huge ice ring around you. Now, for a level 32,000 enchantment, you might, you know, suspect this to actually be a bigger circle of ice, a bigger radius. But again, Frostwalker is one of those enchantments where Minecraft just normally wouldn't go up this high to enchant, you know, this crazy level of 32,000. So it doesn't really scale that high. But the next one we have is kind of game breaking. So if you have max level Respiration, it's similar to max level Unbreaking, where you can go underwater and stay underwater infinitely. Literally, I tried this again. I thought it was one of those things where maybe if I simply just stayed underwater for a long time, eventually a bubble would go down. But I went AFK. I literally left this helmet on my character for a few hours, and I came back and the bubbles were still full. This literally just allows you to infinitely breathe underwater. So if you've ever wanted to be a true mermaid in Minecraft, this is the way to do it. But I should also mention really fast that with these enchantments, there are a few rules. They only work in editions 1.13 to 1.14.4, and then in 1.15, which is not even released yet, but I tried doing this in 1.15 originally, some weird things happen. So you can still enchant items to max level, but they kind of limit how high they go. So for example, I did the max level Fortune enchantment, and instead of it filling up my entire inventory with 1 block of diamonds, I mined a diamond ore, and it dropped about 1.5 stacks of diamonds. And then I tried it again, and it dropped about 2 stacks. So it limits how much can drop. It limits, you know, to what extent the enchantments scale. I'm not sure what the true max level enchantment is. I assume it's probably like 10 or 20 or something like that. But yeah, 1.14 is a little, 1.15 is a little different. But here we have some of the cool stuff. So before I go into the weapons, let's check out Luck of the Sea and Lure max enchantment. So as you can see, this is max Luck of the Sea, and if I go into game mode survival here, you know, it's not as crazy, but with this enchantment, it's pretty much when you catch a fish, you have a very high chance of getting, you know, a really cool item. So yeah, as you can see, I got a lily pad. There's not much use in doing it with the fishing rod, because again, it's not as game breaking, since in normal survival Minecraft, you wouldn't get these crazy good items all the time. Now again, you will still get good items with fishing, you know, doing this, but you know, you're not gonna get like a stack of saddles from 1 fishing rod. But here we have some of the cooler items, and here we have the weapons. So first is knockback, and knockback, this is another one of those game breaking enchantments. So if we spawn some pigs here as our test subjects, go into game mode survival, max level knockback is kind of weird. Because if I hit a pig, for example, with max level knockback, it does the same thing that happened before. It literally just crashes the game, and the game doesn't know what to do. It's throwing the pig back so far, so many thousands of blocks in the distance, it doesn't know what to do. And I've seen people make videos about this where, you know, they're like, how far will a max level knockback enchantment take you? And it's a few thousand blocks. It's hard to kind of calculate the exact distance. And it depends if you're in a super flat world, if there's objects in the way. But most of the time, whenever I tried, my game just crashed, so I couldn't really figure it out. But yeah, this is another one of those enchantments that totally break a game. That's why you have to be careful if this is on a server, because, you know, this is a survival world. But imagine if someone had this enchantment on a server and pretty much could just crash the server at will. They would pretty much have control over the entire server and when it was online, which is kind of crazy to think about. So make sure you were very careful if you spawn in these items. Yeah, I'm back. Same thing happened when I reloaded the world. I just rolled it back as if nothing happened. But here, let's get some of these other enchantments. So we have max level looting and max level fire aspect. So if I go grab some items here, I actually don't think I even need to go into survival for this. Let's spawn some cows. Max level looting is pretty much like max level fortune, where after you kill an the entire inventory just fills up. There's really nothing you can do. And fire aspect really isn't that weird. All it pretty much does, you know, the fire doesn't really do too much more damage. The only really weird part about the enchantment is that the fire will last for a crazy long duration. It's not infinite. You can wear it off, like obviously if you go into water, and it wears off after a while, but it does scale pretty high. And I tested it out, and it seemed to last for a few minutes. But that's all for the swords. Obviously, there's random enchantments like Bane of Arthropods or Smite, but you know, no one really cares about those. But let's check out some of the bow enchantments here. So, as you can guess, same things kind of apply if we grab an arrow. And let's grab some poor cows here. Let's just place them down. So the first one is Flame, and if I hit a cow with it, pretty much the fire just lasts for a drastically long time. Again, it can be extinguished, and it does go out over time, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. Next one, like knockback, Punch literally just crashes the game. I don't even know why I did it. Punch crashes the game though, because it does the same thing as knockback with swords, where it just shoots the mob back such a crazy far distance that, oh wait, this one didn't crash as much. Hold up. Can we actually check? What direction did I shoot the cow in? It was in this direction. It's probably dead, honestly, but yeah, that one didn't seem to crash. Oh, here's the cow. Okay, so I guess, yeah, Punch really isn't as drastic, but, you know, again, it just doesn't scale as much. Well, that might have been the cow. I don't know. There was another cow, so maybe it wasn't the cow, but anyways, Punch isn't as drastic. With Power does the same thing. It just does so much damage. It instantly kills everything. With the max level Sharpness enchantments and the max level Power enchantments, you can literally go up to the Ender Dragon and kill it in one hit. Same with players. It'll kill players in one hit, even if they have max protection for, you know, to all the protections. It just instantly kills them. So yeah, that's pretty much it for max level enchantments. I don't know. I know there's more enchantments to come in Minecraft with the coming updates. I don't know if we'll ever really be able to experience their max enchantment levels, though, simply because after 1.15, these max level enchantments don't seem to scale as much. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hope you enjoyed. It was pretty fun doing this video. And also, if you want to spawn these items in for yourself, I do have the commands down in the description below. But again, I'm not saying this, you know, to be funny. I'm saying this with all, you know, honesty in my heart. Be careful if you spawn these items in, because they can ruin your server, they can ruin your world, and totally ruin the economy of any server. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is JWhisp, and I will see you all in the next one.